Alright, what's going on everybody? So it feels like it's been quite a while since I've done a gaming related video that wasn't My Hero 1's Justice, with all those uploads on the channel. But we got some bit of troubling news in regards to what might be the standard for next generation games, and I felt like I had to talk about this. So yeah, I know this ain't My Hero 1's Justice related, but I think this concerns all of us. So for those of y'all who haven't read the news, and I should say this right now, I don't care about, NBA games. I don't play sports games. But like I said, I feel like this concerns all of us. NBA2k21, the current gen, we got the current gen release date. But the most, I feel like the big story here is the fact that the next gen version is going to be $10 more expensive. So for those of us in the US, games are typically $60. If it's a budget title, then maybe you'll get the 50 or the 40. But typically games are $60. They've been $60 for a while. And now it looks like in a lot of outlets like The Verge, GameSpot, IGN, a lot of people are speculating that this might be the standard for next generation, that games are going to be $70 now. And I have a problem with that. I definitely have a problem with that. So games being $70. So let's kind of backtrack, because back in the day, I don't know, some of y'all might not be able to remember this. Some of y'all might not be 90s kids, but like back in the day, games, like I want to say console games used to be like $50, maybe $40. And then I remember when we first, started getting games at $60. That didn't sit right with me back then either, and then now it's the standard. So it might just end up being a standard for all next gen games, which pisses me off. But I definitely need to go. I definitely need to kind of get more into the story, because there's more there. There's more there. So basically, 2K, they came out. They basically we basically got the confirmation today that the game is going to be $70. And like I said, people are speculating that this is probably going to be the standard. In the UK, it's going to be a $5 increase. In the UK, it's going to be $65. Now, I know in Canada, I looked this up before I did the video. I believe it's like most games are usually $80 or like $75. I guess like 80. I think it's like 80 after tax or whatever. And here's the thing that kills me, right? Because they already confirmed that they're not going to be doing, the Xbox, the smart delivery that I believe either Phil Spencer or Matt Booty, one of them have talked about this before, somebody at Xbox, but the smart delivery thing where like you can upgrade your game. I believe it's like free of charge or whatever. So like they're not doing anything like that, or any type of, whatever service that Sony's going to be doing, which I don't believe Sony's announced a service for the PS5. Their version of smart delivery or whatever, but apparently they're not going to be supporting the free upgrade thing, that sort of incentive. But so here's the thing that kills me, and like I said before, this concerns all of us. I don't play sports games, but I did speak to my brother earlier. I texted him about this, and he said that this next thing that I'm about to talk about, it's been a standard. They've done this before, and if they did, they definitely rip y'all off the first time. They're fitting to rip y'all off again. So, and I'm just gonna read from the IGN article right quick. So NBA 2k21 will not support Xbox Smart Delivery or a similar service on PS5, meaning that there will not be a free upgrade to next gen if you purchase the game on PS4 or Xbox One. However, if players purchase the $100 Mamba Forever Edition, they will get the next gen version when it is released at no additional cost. Now, here's the thing that kills me about this, about the way that they worded this, and I don't believe it's IGN. I believe this was actually I believe this was in the actual statement, whatever statement 2K put out. They said at no additional cost. Bro, are y'all stupid? First of all, y'all charging us an extra $10 for the game, right? Y'all charging people an extra $10 for the game, right? So that's $70 right there. 70, 80, 90, 100. Y'all charging people what, $30 more just for an upgrade, which should be free. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm not trying to. I mean, like, I know this might come off as entitled, and like I said, I don't care about sports, but I feel like this affects all of us because if people support this, it's going to become the standard, and that's what I fear. And it could already be a thing now. A lot of these developers, maybe a lot of these developers have like talked or whatever, or like maybe like people in the industry, everybody got together. I don't know, and just decided, hey, game's about to be $70. But this kills me right here. $100. And I feel like they're kind of and like I said, I don't play sports games and I don't even follow sports or anything like that. But I feel like they're kind of misusing the legacy of Kobe Bryant here. It's like the $100 version is the only way for you to get that next gen upgrade. But when they say no additional cost, yeah, you are paying extra. So that I don't get that last bit. You are paying an additional cost. So I don't know what they're talking about there. But the thing is like the only way to really get that upgrade is to get the Black Mamba edition or whatever, right? And like they said that I read somewhere in the article earlier, but I can't find it now. But they said that basically the Black Mamba edition, all of that is in tribute to, of course, Kobe Bryant. But it's like it feels kind of disingenuous. It feels kind of dirty that that version of the game. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong about anything or if I'm misunderstanding anything. But it feels kind of wrong that version of the game is the only way to get that upgrade, and that they're basically charging you an extra $30 there. They're charging you extra money for that. But the big thing with all of this is just the fact that games are going to be $70, or at least it appears like maybe games are going to be $70 now. And to be honest, I did not like paying $60 for a game. So what made you think that I want to pay an extra $10? Because here's the thing. Like I mentioned before, in other parts of the country, and in other places of the world, like Canada or whatever, games have already been like $80. So like for them, it might be like 90 or 100 or whatever. Like it's gonna get to a point where like you're gonna really have to be picky unless you're a millionaire, billionaire, or whatever, or you just got a lot of disposable income. You're gonna have to be very picky, especially when it comes to these next gen games. And my big thing is like if you're gonna charge an extra $10 or whatever for these games, like imagine like I love One's Justice, I love all these anime games that I play, I love all these different games that I play, but imagine just like buying a Namco Bandai game for example, or Bandai Namco. I always get the title confused, but imagine buying one of those type of games. It's like $70. Like imagine buying like imagine buying Jump Force 2. And that's like $70. Like you gotta kind of feel a certain way about these companies, feeling like they can charge extra money for this. Because here's the thing: there's so many different editions. Kind of like bringing it back to the basketball story here. It's like there's so many different additions to this game. There's so many different additions to this game. They've already found ways to nickel and dime people over the years that we've seen with all these different editions, which kind of confuses people. It's like, oh, you get this thing when you buy this edition, but you don't get this thing when you buy the digital deluxe edition. Like they do these things to confuse people on purpose and just take your money basically. And it's like, okay, y'all charging us for like season passes and DLC and all this extra stuff. So I'm like, okay, you gonna charge me an extra $10? Okay, fine. Okay, you gonna charge me extra $10? Then all that DLC better be free. That season pass, there better not even be a season pass. All that content better be free. Like for $100, they trying to charge you $100 for an upgrade. $100 for an upgrade to a game that won't even be. It won't even be. I'm trying to think like what this game. I think this game comes out in September. Yeah, September 4th, 2020. The new consoles are probably coming out October, November. The game won't even be like 2 months older, right? And they want to charge you extra money for it. For the next gen version. And like I said before, like I texted my brother about this earlier, and I guess they did this last generation, but that doesn't make it right. That does not make that right. But yeah, like they like these companies charging extra money for these games now, going forward. I'm like, okay. So the excuse has always been, games, game development has become more complicated, and I get the game development side of things now that I'm kind of trying to develop games for myself, as a independent developer, and this just small scale stuff that I'm talking about that I'm doing. So I can only imagine the amount of headaches and stuff, because when you hear about like the crunch at Naughty Dog, the crunch at Rockstar and other places like that. Like when you hear about that, so yeah, there is all that development time and all the cost involved when it comes to developing these games that you got to think about. But here's the thing, man. What are we gonna get for that extra $10? I mean, for all we know, they're not gonna be targeting most of these games, and for a lot of people, 60 frames per second, they feel like that needs to be the standard. That's not gonna be the standard. They're gonna always push for better visuals, prettier graphics, because you can't sell frame rate. And I'm not gonna pretend to be some tech expert, knowing about all this technical stuff. And I keep hearing people talk about ray tracing and stuff. Like, some of y'all don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. But they keep talking about all of this bull crap. I'm like, okay, how does that enhance my game? Is that really worth the extra $10? Because here's the thing. I think I've said this in a previous live stream, but it's like, I don't think that this jump from the PS4 and the Xbox One to the next generation, it's not gonna be a big jump. It's just gonna be like prettier graphics. Wow, the games are probably not, like, most of the games are probably not gonna even run any better, as far as like the games that are like next gen. They're not gonna run any better. Like, I can see like current gen games, like ports and stuff, those running better, like Cyberpunk. Like Cyberpunk and like the GTA 5 that's coming to the PS5, that's gonna run better. But like most games, no, it's not gonna run better. You're probably better off going to PC if you care about frame rate and all that crap. So like I said, I don't know, like, what are we gonna get for that extra $10? That's kind of a concern for me there. I mean, for extra $10, I better be getting something. And like I said before, you're gonna charge extra, then I don't want to hear anything about, oh, well, you need to get this DLC pass, season pass, whatever, because something's gotta give, man. Something's gotta give, because they're finding all these ways, and I haven't even mentioned microtransactions. Because here's the thing about, especially these NBA 2K games. Last time they had the nerve to have a slot machine, a freaking casino in the freaking game practically. So they're gonna still get your money. So you can't say, like, you can't say that, oh man, they're not making enough money off these games, because that's proven to be false. If you think that, you need to do some research, because like FIFA, with like their, what do they call it, my teams or whatever, like they be getting paid off of these games. So I don't want to hear anything about, oh, it's, they're not making their money back or whatever. They're making their money back and more. So the additional money that we're gonna have to pay, like $70, I don't, that doesn't sit right with me. $70 for a freaking game, when like we're not gonna, I'm trying to, like, even right now as I'm doing this, I'm just like, what else could they really add to really incentivize me to buy a game at launch for like $70? Like I said before, you're probably gonna have to pick and choose. You're gonna either have to pick and choose the games that you're gonna want to play next generation, or you're gonna have to wait for a price drop. And another thing, and I'm glad I didn't forget about this, because I was thinking about this earlier. The thing that's always killed me, because a lot of people, especially some people in the industry, they like to push for digital. They like to push for people, buying digital, and they always talk about how digital is on the rise. And I feel like with the the virus, the COVID, with that virus out there, I feel like, yeah, digital sales have probably spiked. I know for me, I have bought like every game that I've gotten since this whole quarantine has started has been digital. I plan on getting Fairy Tail and Cyberpunk and all these other games digital. So digital is going to be on the rise, right? It's definitely on the rise. So the thing is with that, and this is what I've always thought, it's like, if we're buying a game digitally, why are we paying $60 for it? Why? Like, most of, like, what some of y'all don't understand, and I might be wrong about this, correct me if I'm wrong, don't worry, don't get mad at me, but I believe, like, part of the cost for, like, the reason why games are the way that they are is, like, the disc, like, it takes money to, get those discs and stuff. But even then, I've heard things throughout the years, like it doesn't even cost a lot for them to just, buy the disc for the game. But it's like, if we're not getting a physical copy, this game should not be $60. So like, imagine buying a $70 game digital next generation. How I'm gonna honestly feel some type of way about that. And I think you would too. It's like, yo, we just getting the license, and that's what some of y'all might not understand this, but you're just getting the license for that game. So you're essentially paying $70 for a license for a game. So I feel like if they're going to do the $70 thing, then $60 or $50 needs to be the digital price. Like y'all gotta go down. Y'all gotta meet us halfway, because I know that y'all still gonna add y'all stupid loot boxes, your microtransactions, your DLC, season passes, digital deluxe, gold edition, bronze, galaxy world of ending bull crap edition, whatever. You're gonna have these different editions. You're gonna do your nickel and diming of people. So y'all gonna have to meet us halfway, because $70, I feel like that's too much. I'm already skeptical on getting the PS5 and Xbox One X at launch, because I'm like, okay, yeah, there's games out there, at least for the PS5 side, and Hellblade with Xbox. There's games out there that interest me, and this is something I need to also clarify, and forgive me, I know I'm rambling a bit, but I need to really talk about this. Something that I need to clarify on another video. I need to just say that they did not come out with the price for the PS5. I thought that they did. My brother texted me about something that said that it was the official price, that the price for the PS5 was going to be, like $500 for one of them, and I believe the other one was $400, or I think it was $550. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that video that I did, disregard all that. Just want to clear that up. But I bring that up to say that these consoles are going to be expensive. And then imagine buying a console that's like $500, let's say, and then you have to pay another $70 for a game, and then probably another $70 or $60 for a controller. Like, it's gonna be mad expensive. This hobby that we love is gonna be, it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna, like I said, gonna have to pick and choose next generation. Next generation is looking spooky as far as this is concerned, and I'm hoping that this is just a 2K thing. I'm really praying to God that this isn't gonna be a standard next generation though. But yeah, that's much. I think I've said all I can say. Like I said, apologies if I started rambling on a bit more, but I had to talk about this. I felt like I had to speak on this. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys like listening to this and want to hear my thoughts about other gaming related topics, then feel free to hit the like button, subscribe. If you disagree with any of my opinions, or you thought the video sucked or whatever, feel free to hit the dislike button, whatever. And thank you guys for watching. Either way, like the video, subscribe. I mean, not like the video, subscribe. I just said you can dislike or whatever. We out of here. Peace.